lime water because I ran out of lemons. Hey everyone, it's Autumn. Today I want to do a video talking about workout leggings, and I want to do it from the perspective of somebody who is not a fitness model. And I think that's really important because a lot of the times when you see fitness models test out workout leggings to make sure that they're squat proof, they almost always are because they don't actually make the leggings stretch. So what I did was I made sure when I went to purchase my sizes from these companies, I put in what my measurements were according to their size chart to make sure I was wearing the proper size. So the three companies that I have to choose from today, I have Fabletics and Ellie Activewear. Those two are monthly subscription services, and then I have also Zyia. Zyia, I believe, is an MLM. I might do a completely separate video on my opinions of MLMs, which, as you can probably tell since I brought it up, my opinion is not very high. However, I do feel like if you have a friend or a family member involved in an MLM, it's not really your place, I guess, to bash it. And then also, I believe in supporting my friends. So I'll usually at least purchase from them one time. So what ends up happening is if it's a wonderful product, then of course I'll continue purchasing from them. And if the product sucks, then I just won't purchase from them anymore. Really, there's not a huge deal. I'm not getting wrapped up in selling anything because it's not for me, but I just did want to go ahead and clarify my whole thoughts on MLMs. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about my body. I'm 5'10", 5'11" if I decide that I want to have good posture that day. And I wear about a size 12. So I used my measurements in all of these. The one that I had a little bit of issue with was Ziya because they didn't actually do your measurements as in inches for sizes when it came to the leggings. What they did was they gave you your sizes, and then the size 12 was their largest size and the one that I had ordered. And since I normally wear a size 12, I just ordered that pair of leggings. With Ellie Activewear and Fabletics, I think I ended up going with an extra large in Fabletics, and I ended up going with, I think, a large in Ellie. I'll correct it here on the screen if I'm wrong. So pricing for these leggings vary a little bit, and the price of Fabletics is $49.95 a month, and then it can go up from there if you want a more luxe outfit, I guess. If you want to order from Ellie, I believe it starts at $39.95. That's how much I paid. And you get 3 items, which you'll see in the haul. It's usually like a top, a sports bra, and a bottom. And then from Ziya, I just ordered a pair of leggings. This video for me is just about the leggings. So for Fabletics, I started my account new, and same for Ellie, so that I could use some promo codes. And I had used Fabletics and Ellie both in the past, and I was not impressed with the quality. But also, it seemed like the quality of their stuff had been getting a little bit better, while I had been using Victoria's Secret leggings for quite some time, and I've noticed that the quality of those leggings have been getting worse. So I figured there wasn't a whole lot to lose. I could go ahead, try them out, see if I like them. And since I do work in the fitness industry, although I don't have the fitness body, I thought that, you know, I needed to find something because, again, a lot of my really good leggings are starting to get old. So I wanted to make sure that I could find something that was a great deal and was awesome quality. So that was pretty much my goal here. So also I want to mention that I did not buy the same type of legging for each brand, so I'm not going to be comparing them head to head in that sense. However, I did make my own sort of grading scale, which I will go over at the end to see how they compared as far as that goes. Pretty much, I wanted to see what quality was like, stitching, and if they pill between the legs when I'm walking in them. Comfort, do they feel good? Like they're actually made to go on a human body. Sometimes you get leggings and they're like, what the actual? And then also I wanted to make sure that they were squat proof. So I think that's very important that your butt does not show in your leggings. Also, it's important to me that they do not roll down or that I have to keep yanking to pull them up. So again, that could have to do with sizing, but then also I went by their sizing charts according to what my body is. Also, it was really important to me that they are somewhat flattering. So, and by flattering, I don't mean that the leggings have to make me look skinny, because I am not. I am a large woman None of these leggings are gonna make me look amazing. However, I wanted to see if they made me look better with the leggings on than naked. So if I feel like I look better naked than with the leggings on, then obviously it's not a flattering legging. So that has to go with it like cutting you off in a weird way, or the seam not being like quite right, or it causing a roll that like you normally don't have, like that sort of thing. And then also I wanted to check to see if they lived up to their own claims. So I did go onto each website, try to find the item, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna see if they actually live up to those claims. So first thing I'm gonna show you is from Ziya that I have from my friend Samantha here. And she had a deal going over the weekend, or I think a couple of days ago. And she has a deal going, I think like once a week, where a couple of items go on sale for like 50% off or more. And I chose these, and these are their turmeric luxe high-rise capri. And I got the size 12, or I wear a size 12 regularly in most things. So I just wanted to see how everything worked. After I purchased these though, she did send me a private message telling me like, hey, just so you know, there's no compression in these. And I told her that's fine, because, you know, she knows I have a little bit of cellulite, and I also have that fupa up front that I cannot get rid of. But I told her that's fine, that my main objective here is just to check whether or not it's squat proof. And she assured me that Ziya products are squat proof. So here they are. I mean, these are bright. So they feel really nice, and they do have the seam in the back. I've got some like leggings from Victoria's Secret. They had like a really soft sort of luxe feeling, and it felt like I was putting on pantyhose, and they did not have a seam down the back, so it gave a weird shadow. It was really weird. We were laughing about it. As soon as I ordered these, I took a picture of me wearing those to her, and even though you couldn't see my butt crack in those, you could definitely see like the weird like shadow and imprint of where my butt crack was. But there's this. I'm gonna kind of take the fabric here and like see if I can see the light through it. Like I can see the light through it, but actually I think these will be squat proof. Well, yeah, okay, and then the pin just came off. So these might be what I'm testing today. Like a nice capri. And for reference, these are 20 inches. I normally get 7/8 length, and those look like a capri on me. For some people, those look like full length, but because I'm between 5'10", 5'11", these are gonna look pretty short. These will be about calf length on me when I go to put them on, just so you know. Okay, so then from Fabletics, I got two pair. They had the 2 for $24 when you first start up. And so I did get two pair there. I got these. And my favorite thing about any sort of workout leggings is if they have a pocket. Ziya does sell some with pockets, but I didn't get a pair of those. So I don't know, maybe I will wear a pair today that has pockets when I go out. But here we go. And then I'm gonna hold these up. These, I can definitely see the light through these a lot more than that Ziya pair. Yeah, like so the Ziya pair, I could tell that I had my lighting there, but like I wasn't seeing a whole lot. I can see like the shape of my light bulb. I use like those fluorescent sort of like curly Q light bulbs, and I can see the whole light bulb. I can see stuff behind the light bulb. I'm not 100% sure these are going to be squat proof, but these are what I got. And then this Fabletics pair, this fabric feels a little bit more luxe than this pair. And yeah, these are the pure luxe, so that makes sense. And I don't see, like, I can't see through it as much, but I can still see the shape of the light bulb. And there those are. And again, I'll have like pictures from the online order on the screen as well, so you can have a better look. And And then these have like the shape around the top of the bottom as well, and the seams, and these have the side pockets as well. So then with Ellie, theirs is a monthly subscription, a lot like Fabletics, but Ellie also includes in some accessories. I clicked the subscription where I did not want to get the workout accessories. I have tons of workout gear, didn't want more. But when you get your first order, they do give you a free water bottle. So I did get this water bottle from them, which is a nice water bottle, and it says Ellie on it, which I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. There is a person that I know and her name is Ellie, so I may just give her this. But I did get this. I don't like the water bottles with the narrow spout that you drink out of, because I like to be able to put ice down inside my water bottle. So I think this is something that I might just give away. Okay, and then the way Ellie works is they do have their own workout gear. And that's the way they started out, was they sold their own brand in part of their subscription. And that's the way it was when they first started and when I first got to them. But then they started incorporating other brands. And now they're back to where it's a mix of other brands and their stuff when you get like your workout outfit each month. And also they gave me this. I forgot to include this up. And they gave me like some hair ties. So anyway, so they do include stuff. I did try on this outfit already, so like you can tell that it's like been on my body, because I was curious when I first got it, and then I decided to make this video. So on here, this is from the brand Marika, and I can purchase their stuff at TJ Maxx pretty regularly, but again, it's not gonna match. So I got a sports bra from them. But again, I'm pretty much just going to be talking about the leggings for the most part. And I got a pair of high-rise leggings from them. And these are 25 inches. So these will go a little bit further, but again, not that far because I'm a giant. So my inseam is generally, if I were to have pants made, about 32 to 33 inches. And then, so these are high-rise. And again, these are a size large. And then these have a laser cut finish. And then I'm gonna check the whole light situation. Yeah, I can completely see through these like I could with the Fabletics. So actually the Zyia so far seems to be the best pair as far as not being able to see through them, but we will check and see. I don't wear underwear with my leggings, so when I go out today, we will definitely check and see. And then these also came with a really cute top, which also I believe is made by, yep, Marika. Sometimes on their outfits, they do mix and match when they make outfits. And then the top right here, it has like a, there we go, shake it loose. It comes up in the front a little bit. So for me, I'm not a huge fan of that because I do kind of have a fupa situation, but if the legging is compression, it's not a big deal. But since really none of these leggings, seem to be compression a whole lot. We'll see. It may show off some fupa, but I could definitely wear this with compression leggings, no big deal. We'll test this out. They're all high rise though, so it's not like it's gonna show any belly or anything. But if you have a flat tummy, I mean, it'll be great. You haven't had kids, you don't, you know, have the whole sad tummy situation, that's great. Or if you have just better elasticity in your skin and things whipped back into shape better, that's great too. Anyway, so I am going to try on an outfit of some sort. Again, we're just focusing mainly on the leggings to see if they're see-through, because I mean, tops are way easier to find in my opinion. And then we are going to hit the trails, and I'll have my daughter be my cameraman, and she'll take some fun pictures. Okay, so first I actually want to start out with the first day that I went out, and that's when I wore the Zyia leggings. So when I went out, I noticed initially that I kept having to pull them up, and I found that to be a little bit annoying. I do know that when I initially purchased them, I didn't actually go through the rep and say, hey, can you order these for me? I ordered them under her name, and then as soon as she saw that I ordered them, she messaged me and she's like, hey, I just want to let you know, I know what you normally do in the gym, and those have little to no compression in them. And I was like, okay, that's no big deal. I'm like, I'm only checking to see if these are squat proof. And she's like, yeah, I have a pair. She's like, I wear them to yoga. She's like, they're squat proof. So I was like, okay, no big deal. So the fact that they had little to no compression in them might be the fact that why they kept falling down on me. So then when I got home and I was checking out the website on my phone just to kind of look them over, because I was just like, I remember them mentioning that they had compression. And so I'm gonna go ahead and hop over here, do a quick screenshot of like what they claim to do and what they claim to have. And we're gonna just kind of go over that together. Okay, so I'm here on the screen now looking, and you'll notice that they have, oh, okay, it's completely separate. They have now a pair 14 to 16 if you're even bigger, but looks like I just put in turmeric in the search bar. You will have seen that. And that's because that's the shade and that's what I have. So I noticed that when I clicked on them, they said that they have buttery soft luxe leggings that are back with a brand new vibe that's all about summer. Incredible range of motion meets moisture wicking performance in this gently compressive style that feels better than bare. The flat high rise waistband creates a sleek silhouette and a secure feeling that holds you in without holding you back. So, so for me, when she told me there's no compression, that was the one thing that I remembered it saying. I was like, oh, well, I thought they held you in without holding you back. And then it says a hidden key pocket in the inner waistband is the perfect size for your go-to essentials. And then it says camel pose through downward dog. Your leggings will never pinch, pull, or chafe. And then, so here are all the claims here. So this is going to come into when I talk about whether or not, you know, they have claims. And then also, if you click on this, like you'll see that I'm kind of just grazing over it. It says that they have compression, 4-way stretch, they're sweat wicking, and they have muscle support. So I was like, oh, that's a little bit odd that she, as a representative, came to me and said that they don't have any of those, well, not any of those things. The compression is what she had mentioned. But the claim on here says that they do. So then I scrolled a little bit further down and I was like super confused by it. And it says right here, recommended to size down for a more compressive fit. So here's my thing, is if you want something to be squat proof, when you size down again, you're gonna be stretching that fabric even more. So I just want you to keep that in mind when you will see, like here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut to now. I did buy the proper size and they were falling down, but I'm gonna cut to now and you can see if they were squat proof or not.
All right, come in close. What do you see, Emily?
Oh my God.
What do you see?
I see the tag. I can actually read the tag right here. And the shadow of your butt crack.
Okay, so as you can see, they're definitely not squat proof. You can see right through them. So had I sized down to get the more compressive fit, they may have even been see-through without me squatting down. So I thought that was a little bit odd. So I wasn't a huge fan of that. So yeah, and then you go to select your sizes. And again, they just give you your options. Here are your sizes, which we did see a moment ago that they had, you know, the sizes in the other thing. Or they had a 14 to 16 as well that was separate from this, which I think is kind of silly to keep it separate. Also, if you want to go up to the top of the thing here, it shows you all of the sizing. And you can see here that there's like no inches as far as like what they would consider a 12 to be. And they consider a 12 to be an extra large, which is fine. But they don't tell you how many inches that would be, what their 12 is. And I did find that the leggings were a little bit too large on me because again, they had no compression and they kept falling down. So after I told the representative that I purchased these from, that I had those issues, she was like, well, those aren't really meant to go like walking and jogging around. She's like, I use mine for yoga, and which is fine. I was just testing to see if they're squat proof anyway. But I did also notice that in the pictures, because I didn't even think about it, in the pictures when they show the sports bra, and you can buy the sports bra from them. If I can go back to that in a second. I don't know why it's taking a moment. Okay. So here in the pictures where they have all three products together, you can clearly see the woman wearing the matching sports bra. in the leggings, she is running through the forest. So I expect that I should also be able to run through the forest wearing those. Okay, but which I think they would be great for doing yoga or Pilates. I don't think they're really great, again, for running. Maybe had I sized down, and then maybe not in this color. So if I had chosen a darker color, maybe they would be more squat proof. I'm not 100% sure on that, but as you can see in mine, you can see the tag right through it. So I have them here, I've washed them, and I have a list of criteria that I was looking at for all of the leggings like I had mentioned before. So we're gonna start off with quality. And so quality is what I'm looking at, is if they pilled between the legs or if the stitching was good. So I would say that the stitching overall is pretty good. Oh, these are inside out, hold on. Okay, so I would say overall the stitching on these is pretty good. The fabric held up pretty good through the wash. Again, I lay my stuff flat to dry. I put it on a drying rack, so it was okay. If I go between the legs, there does not appear to be a whole lot of pilling, but again, I only wore them the one time. And the fabric still seems pretty soft. The fabric does not feel as soft as it did when I initially purchased it, but it does feel pretty soft and it does feel pretty nice. So I would say as far as quality goes, they're not falling apart. I think these are actually pretty good as far as that goes. Comfort, they were very comfortable. I mean, these are sorts of leggings that since it felt like I was naked and had nothing on, there was no compression, no nothing. I could pretty much wear these all throughout the house, you know, doing stuff. Like, I think these were great for that. Maybe in public, not so much, but I think that's why these might be good for yoga in a nice dark room. So squat proof, that's the main thing I wanted to focus on in this video. And unfortunately, they are not. Do they roll down? Or do I have to keep adjusting them? It could have been a size issue, but I did notice that like when I would bend over, they'd roll down and I had to keep holding. So these did keep rolling down, so they weren't very good as far as that. As far as being flattering, these were not flattering. These showed every nook and cranny of my body. And since the color is orange, it almost looked like from a distance that I didn't have on any pants. And I had a pumpkin butt. So I would not say that these are flattering. And do they live up to their own claims? They definitely do not, which is very unfortunate. But also, I didn't read on there that I needed to size down. But had I needed to size down again, they would be even less squat proof. So overall, as far as quality and comfort, I would say yes. Everything else I would say no. Next pair. Okay, so the next leggings we're gonna look at are the ones by Fabletics. And I did get them for the 2 for $24 deal for when you first sign up. And at that price, I think leggings are a steal. So I'm like paying $12 per pair of leggings, but then plus shipping as well because I didn't get free shipping. But I'm gonna go ahead, exit out of this last legging I had just pulled up. And I already had created some screenshots because I noticed that I wasn't going to be able to get around to this video, and Fabletics had their sale going on, their semi-annual sale. And this color of legging had already disappeared. So I don't know if it says on here like the name of the color of legging. Actually, yeah, I took the tag off because it was scratching my butt. But, so these leggings right here, this color, appeared to not be available when they were doing that sale. So I just wanted to go ahead and, you know, take care of that. All right, so I'm just gonna play my screen recording that I already done along with this. So right here, it looks like I'm choosing a model that's actually close to my size just to kind of see what they would say they would look like on. So anyway, so now I'm going over, and as you can see, a lot of the sizes, or not sizes, but a lot of the colors are sold out on this legging. And so it looks like the features, they have an external pocket, always stretch, chafe resistant, moisture wicking, UPF protection. And it says they're softest fabric ever designed. Pure Luxe has a buttery soft feel, allows for a range of motion in the studio while keeping you supported. And so all of that looks good. So we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about quality. So while I was wearing these, they actually felt great. They felt nice and buttery. I would say not as buttery as the orange pair that I just showed you, but these are super soft leggings that also have a little bit of compression in them, which is nice. But I want to go ahead, I want to look and see if they pilled between the legs any. That looks okay. It doesn't seem to have pilled any between the legs. It's so weird of me to show you the crotch after I've worn these. I don't know why that's weird. I've washed them. But I did want to focus on some stitching. So again, I just washed these yesterday, all 4 pair of leggings together in the washer on gentle. And I then hung them to dry. So these have not seen the dryer, but I did want to show you the stitching on these because as you can see, there you go. Some of the stitching right there is looking a little bit fuzzy. It's not a huge deal, like, but it is looking a little bit fuzzy. Like I was able to just pull that off of it. So that's not ideal, but these were pretty great. I liked them a lot. So I think, I don't want to spoil it, but these might have been one of my favorites. So we're going to go through comfort. They felt great. I really enjoyed them. The high waist did not fall down. This was a great legging. So to the squat proof portion. So I'm going to go ahead and jump to that now.
Squat proof?
Yes.
Maybe.
What do you see?
Nothing.
Really?
Honestly, nothing.
So as you can see, as far as we think, they're squat proof. I should have left the tag in, but it was like scratching my butt, so the tag came out. But I feel like the tag is actually really helpful in telling you whether or not something's squat proof, because if you squat down and you see that tag that's like on the back, you know that they're not. But these, I feel like I saw a hint of a shadow, but I don't know if the shadow is just because like my butt's round and there's a shadow there, or if that was my actual butt crack. So I'm not sure, but since it's a darker color, I find that they're a little bit more. When I held different leggings up to the light before I put any of them on, the orange pair actually seemed like it was going to be the most squat proof, but it was not. So that just means that like just holding it up to the light, it's together, and then the fabric has more give, which might mean why it's a little bit more buttery than say this one. And this has a little bit more compression in it. So I also like that this has pockets, and these just feel like they're better made, in my opinion, like a really good legging. I've purchased from Fabletics in the past before when they first started, and I thought the quality wasn't all that great, but I feel like there's a huge improvement on the quality for those. And for $12, you can't beat it. So for the second pair, let's hop over and look and see what the claims are on that. Hopefully I can get through it without somebody calling me again. So these are the Mila high-waisted pocket legging. And again, I'm going to see how it fits on all sizes. Let me see if I can find somebody who looks similar to my size. She's 5'9" and a size bigger than me. So like a 1X instead of an extra large. So that's what they had on there. So yeah, I'm just looking to see what they had it on all different sizes, which is great that they're showing you what it looks like on different sized people. So that's pretty awesome. So then, yeah, it looks like they have just a couple colors left. And then down here, so their features, it says external pocket, all the way stretched, breathable, chafe resistance, hidden pockets, moisture wicking, UPF protection. And it says our famous signature fabric, Power Hold, is designed with the highest compression to flatter your figure and hold you in without holding you back. Reach for this when you're boxing, squatting, and everything in between. And yeah, so I think that is everything that I had on there. So these I feel like met all of the claims on there. I feel like they did a really great job. So if I were to just want to be able to purchase them, these leggings would be $54.95. So I think that it's a good deal when you're first starting to get the 2 for $24. So here they are after me washing them. And then as you can see, this pair to me seems to have held up a little bit better in the wash than the Luxe sort of fabric. And I'm not quite sure why that is. But again, after one wash, like you can definitely tell that these are like a used pair of leggings. And there is like one little area here, if you can kind of see. But that's not awful. But you can kind of see up close, the fabric just does not seem as smooth any longer. So also I found it very difficult to find something that matched them. I mean, that has nothing to do with this review, but whatever. But anyway, I'm going to go down my grading scale. I think I got off track. So quality, stitching, I mean, they didn't pill between the legs. In the stitching, there's that one little spot, but I think the quality is still pretty good. Comfort, did they feel good? They did feel good. These did not slide down at all while I was wearing them. So we're gonna jump now to the squat proof portion.
do you see?
Only the tag.
But no crack?
Only the shadow.
Okay. What do you think, Daddy?
I don't know. I don't think they're squat proof.
Okay.
So as you can see, these are not squat proof. And again, the tag was kind of like the dead giveaway. They did not roll down, so that was good. That was something that was important to me, that they did not roll down while I try to work out and slide down. And were they flattering? I found that these were pretty flattering when I wore them. They didn't make me look worse than I actually do naked. And do they live up to their own claims? I would say that they do. So I would say that these are actually a win. But for $54, I'm not sure that I would pay $54 for these. Also, I'm gonna be trying out some Amazon leggings here soon. And so we'll compare, you know, some Amazon leggings that are a little bit less expensive. But like not in this video, but like in the next. So the last pair of leggings that I wanted to talk about were from Ellie Activewear. And this is the brand Marica, I don't know, however you want to pronounce that. And these come from their hidden gem line that they have. So what they do is they group outfits together. And a lot of the times the outfits that they make may not all be the same brand. They might just put coordinating outfits that kind of match together. So according to their size chart, I was a size large. So I did get a large in these, extra large in Fabletics. So here they are after the wash. And for these, after having been washed, I find that none of the fabric seems to peel. I feel like these held up a little bit better in the wash. You can see like the stitching right here, you know, on the edge, but that's where it kind of tied. It's like not coming loose. That's just like the end stitch from when they were done making them. And they just didn't cut it off. Also, like on the inside, you can kind of see there's like a loop there. Like, so the stitching is not 100% the best here as far as quality goes. As far as comfort went, these kind of have a strange feel. So on the inside, around the top band, you can see there's like a mesh material. And it felt okay, but this fabric, something about it just kind of read cheaper to me or almost costumey. And I think it's because anytime that you want to do laser cuts in something and you don't want it to fray, you can't really do like that buttery fabric because that's going to fray really easily. So they had to do a more sort of polyester sort of fabric so that they could do these like little laser cuts in it. And by doing that, these just kind of have like a weird costumey, like cheap costumey feel. They still stretch and they felt good that way, but they just kind of had like a weird feel. I normally don't work out in leggings that have like this kind of feel to them. So then that also goes into the comfort. Since they kind of felt a little bit bizarre, they weren't 100% comfortable. They didn't really bother me. I was still able to move around. I did a little bit of jogging in these on the trail. But they're definitely not my favorite legging as far as that goes. And since this sort of fabric, it almost makes you feel sweaty even if you're not sweaty. So now I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the portion to where we see if they're squat proof.
Come in. Tell me what you see.
The tag.
So it's not squat proof?
No. Like, it's only faint.
As you can see, they are not. You can see the tag through them in the back and like a little shadow of my butt crack. But I will say that these did not roll down and these were pretty flattering as far as the way they looked on my body. They didn't really bother me. I didn't look in the mirror and be like, oh, those look bad. These don't really have a whole lot of compression, I don't think though. So they're just like a legging. I mean, yeah. And so they don't really have a whole lot of a smoothing effect in the back, which is fine. I have cellulite. I'm not embarrassed of it. I don't care. But I just, if that's something you were looking into, these definitely did not do much to smooth anything out. Okay. So I went in to look at their claims and we are going to see if they live up to the claims that they had. So here we are in the hidden gem. I'm going through, I'm looking at all their provided pictures. You got the sports bra and the pants and a shirt. So I'm kind of scrolling to the part where I see all the things and it talks about the leggings here. Okay, so now we're gonna go down. Oh, so these are the Diamond 7/8 tummy control type. And it says these ultra high-rise leggings with tummy flattering power mesh were designed with you in mind, enhancing what you've got along with a stylish laser cut diamond design and reflective details for safety. So the brand's Marika, 89% polyester, 11% spandex, 25 inseam, and let's see, it says 5-inch ultra high rise waistband, which I did find that the waistband was pretty ultra high rise, but what I will say is the waistband came up, and then I had wished that this portion would have like come up around my hips. It was a little bit low, so it kind of hit me in an awkward spot. So it wasn't like the best, but again, it's not going to be the best for everybody because everybody's body is different. Also, it says tummy control power mesh waistband. So yeah, it does have the mesh in there. Flat lock seams for comfort. Laser cut detail, reflective heat seals at back legs for visibility, which again, I wasn't in the dark, so I mean, I don't know. I didn't have anybody shine a light on me while I was out there. And then color blue nights. So it appears that everything that they claim was with these. They didn't claim a whole lot as far as like what it could and couldn't do. So I feel like these lived up to the claims, and I feel like it was a good price with all the items that you get from Ellie in their box. So again, this brand though, you can find quite often at TJ Maxx and places like that as well. All right, so overall, I would say that my experience trying out these leggings was not the best. I'm still currently subscribed to Ellie and Fabletics, so if you want me to do boxes on those and kind of like each month kind of show you what I got in my box, try them on, review them, I can do that. If not, I can skip the months if I'm not really interested in them. Also, I have a video coming up talking about Amazon leggings. So I saw quite a few of those had really high marks on Amazon, and I wanted to test those for myself because again, I am a large bootied girl, and I have a huge difference between my waist to my hips, which I'm sure a lot of people do. But my waist is 31 and my hips are probably about, I would say 41, 42. So when they gauge your sizes based off of your waist, and then they want you to test if something's squat proof, and then you squat down with a 42-inch ass, it's not going to be squat proof for everyone. So that's also something that's important. And I feel like all leggings should be squat proof because like people squat and you don't usually wear underwear in your leggings. So, but anyway, I have a video coming up on that. And then also if you want me to do a video just talking about my thoughts on MLMs, I find them super intriguing. I also have like some really funny things that have happened with friends of mine, like, you know, like trying to sell me stuff from their MLM or things like that, that I found to be extremely shady, like using pictures from YouTubers here and claiming that they were using their product. But you know, we always put what we're using in the description box. So they were not using your products. So if you want me to do a video on that and how pretty much how MLMs tell people to act and tell them what to do and pretty much not get sucked into one, I would be happy to do that as well. So overall, I would say I am still on the hunt for something to measure up to the Victoria's Secret leggings that they have since cheapened up on. Anybody knows of something that are as good as the Victoria's Secret leggings that they made 2 years ago, that were high-waisted with the pockets on the side, that were thick, let me know. They're now making them with a thinner material. They're not as high-waisted as they were before. They're just sad. So anyway, I think that's all I have for this. If you guys have any questions, comments, leave them below. Tell me your experiences. Yeah, give me some suggestions for some leggings. Bye.